watching the match.
I thought you were first in and you hand the microphone. And,
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very welcome for the the ladies county senior championship final between Southern Gaels in South Kerry and the Gael from Tralee, and the Secours sponsored championship. With me, my name first of all is Dennis McCrahan, and in commentary we will also have Aidan Clifford. But just to set the scene, we've Éanna de Bush here from South Kerry, from Waterville, has been a selector with the team for the last 4 years. And Éanna, you've been in a lot of county finals, you've been a selector, you know this team well. They're hungry.
They're hungry, yeah. It's the bread and butter for Southern Gaels as it is for other clubs. The county championship is the goal at the start of every year. We've been lucky that we always get to finals in the last 5 or 6, 7 years. I think we've won 3 and lost 3 in that time, so we're hoping to tip the edge this time.
So you had 3-1, 3 lost. You lost to Castle Island Desmonds, and you lost to Finooks and Sinnans.
That's right.
And they were first timers, so you're taking nothing for granted. You're meeting the Gael for the first time. They're first timers, but they've been hanging around the county championship for a good number of years. They're tried and trusted. They've plenty of experience.
They have. They always give us massive trouble in Donald Curtin finals and county league finals. We always struggle against the Gael. They've a brilliant set of players. I don't know how many, 5 or 6 in with the county, and the 2 Connors that could be as well. So they're very strong panel, and certainly the lads will be taking nothing for granted against them.
Good man, Now we're going to pass over here now to Seamus Moriarty. I'm from Doonsheen, I'm told.
Doonsheen, yes.
And you were involved in setting up the Gael club. You've coached many of these girls. Maybe you've coached their mothers, I'm not sure. And your Gael were in their first time with the senior men's club championship, and now it's their first day out in the ladies. What a great time for the Gael.
Absolutely. We won the Junior All-Ireland in 2013, and it set the tone for the men as much as for the ladies. We started in 2000, really hoping for the girls here today. Admire Southern Gaels from day one, like, you know what I mean? They're where we all want to be, like, and today is hopefully a lot of the girls started off with me in 2000, and you just hope and wish the best for them today.
We're here in lovely Killarney, absolutely brilliant surface. We can see the wind maybe gusting a small bit, maybe going slightly across the field, but perfect conditions for a brilliant game.
Oh, summer's day, sure, no excuses, fabulous, unbelievable altogether. We've supporters watching from far and wide in Clubber. 'Tis great that the game is on here today in Clubber, and I wish them and wish everyone well today, especially the team.
Very good. And you played Southern Gaels earlier on the championship. You had a victory in that case. You've got your way through. Maybe you had to fight the hard way to get through the semi-final. A good way to come into a final, into a championship.
Absolutely, but Southern Gaels are missing players then, like, so, you know, 'tis the full brigade by everyone today, and the best team always wins, so I wish the Gael the very best. And funnily enough, like when we started in 2000, Don Lucy was our chairman, and his young fella Niall is training the girls here today, so I wish Niall and the girls well.
Very good. And equally, Éanna, we wish the Southern Gaels management there, Dan Fitzpatrick, the very best, and we hope we'll have a cracking game.
Yeah, and just to echo what my man here said beside me, there's probably half a Southern Gaels team watching this down in Australia, so I'd just like to say hello to all them girls and enjoy the game below.
Very good. So that's here on pitch side. We're delighted to bring this game to you. I'm going to hand it over now to Aidan Clifford to take away the rest of the commentary.
Thanks, Dennis. And you're very welcome along to Fitzgerald Stadium, Killarney here. As you can see, it is a beautiful day. A slight bit of cloud cover has come in from what was a glorious morning here in Killarney. But as Dennis makes his way up to me to join me on co-commentary, I welcome you all to Fitzgerald Stadium for the Secours County Senior Championship Final this afternoon between Gael and Southern Gaels. It is one, I suppose it's a historic one for Gael. They've made we'll be watching here today, and it is sure to be a fantastic occasion. I can see there the referee for today, referee the intermediate, and they all served as each other's linespeople. So they're an experienced team, and they're well used to working together. We wish them the very best for the afternoon. It's the two teams we'll line out as selected in the match programme. I'll just name the two teams as per they're listed. Gael is Eilish O'Connor, while number 9 is Mary O'Connell. Number 10 is Megan O'Connor, 11 Jaden Lucy, and 12 is Breed O'Connor, while 13 is Maria Quirk, 14 Maeve Barry, number 5 is Jess Gill, 6 is Anna Galvin, and 7 Cara McCrohan. Number 8 is Shona Fitzpatrick. Number 9 is Muireann Tehan. Number 10 is Mayor's Lines. 11 Ellie O'Connell, and 12 Katie Foster. Wearing number 13 is Siún Fitzgerald. 14 is Siofra O'Shea, and 15. The captain is Rachel Dwyer. And Dennis has just joined me back into the commentary booth here. Dennis, I'm good. Have you your breath back? You're okay to start, I think. You're a fit man. He's well used to it. But Dennis, you were just interviewing the two lads.
Mary O'Connell and Deirdre Carney, of course, for the Gael. Not to mention up front, I suppose, Anna Galvin, the hope, I suppose, of the South Kerry Southern Gaels team. So we've a lot to look forward to.
You have indeed. You mentioned there twins Eilish O'Connor and Bree. There was a couple of step-sisters in the Gael team, but I must mention number 6 and 7 there, Sarah Barrett and Aoife Barrett. I am reliably informed that their mother, Siobhan, is a former work colleague of mine. She's watching in from Spain today, so we say hello to you, Siobhan. Hope you enjoy the game. And, well, I'm sure you're delighted to find out that the sun is gloriously shining down on us while you're away. I hope you bring a bit more of it back to us when you come home. There's also, of course, Deirdre Carney, fullback for Gael. She has been a huge addition to the Kerry panel the last couple of years. She took a few years away from it, but it's a fantastic Gael side and one with great experience.
Yeah, and I suppose Aidan, I have to declare an interest here fairly early in the contest. Cara McCrohan, of course, my niece. Anyone from South Kerry will know that. And we wish Cara the very best. There's lots of McCrohans and family and friends tuning in from all over the world. So we welcome them here to Fitzgerald Stadium in a sun-drenched Fitzgerald Stadium, as we might say, a day borrowed from the summer.
Indeed it is, and here we are in the middle of October as the teams are going around, following the Piper around the pre-match parade. Indeed, if you're watching the game from Oak Park or O'Hermung, whether you're watching it from Drumtackle or Drummond, indeed, if you're watching it from Sydney, from New York, from anywhere in the world, and you're from either South Kerry or the Gael, Northern Tralee, we welcome you here and hope you enjoy the afternoon's games.
There's a few other players, I suppose, it's worth drawing attention. It's Muireann Tehan, I suppose, has blossoming in midfield, and her duel with Mary O'Connell, also from the Gael. That's going to be one to watch. Mary, of course, is the daughter of Carol O'Connell from the Harp Bar in Carsavine, and so Mary and Muireann, they share a brother each playing with Kerry FC. So you've Ronan Tehan, brother of Muireann, and Mary's brother, can't get his name right now, but he also playing with Kerry FC.
Yeah. And you were actually mentioning before we came on here as well, the cousins in the South Kerry side, Dennis. We're just getting a bit of information here.
The cousins, of course, between the Dwyers, Fitzgeralds, and the Tehans, all come from the same DNA. Muireann Tehan, of course, would be a first cousin of Rachel Dwyer, who's Dennis Dwyer's daughter, and Siún Fitzgerald is Maurice Fitzgerald's daughter, and Muireann Tehan being Marie's daughter. So plenty DNA there in the Southern Gael side. But there's lesser known players who've been playing absolutely brilliantly all the year. Kira Fury, a cornerback, Tig-Tuck cornerback, Jess Gill in the county panel, lots and lots of pace, gone back to a wing back position, and she's going to relish the open spaces here at Fitzgerald Stadium. And Ellie O'Connell centre forward, with her sister Megan O'Connor on the bench, as a leading light, a good club player for the Southern Gaels for many a year.
Indeed, I was at the semi-final actually against Castle Island Desmond as they played, and one player I was very impressed by was Katie Foster, number 12, who had a great game. So yeah, as you say, the lesser known players might just be the ones that take the headlines. The teams are breaking away from the parade, but all we've left now is our An Navíon, which will be played by the pipe, the Kildare District Pipe Band.
And of course we have Seamus Mulvihill, and the man in charge, an experienced man in the middle of the field, Seamus with his officials, as our An Navíon kicks off.
So that's all the pre-match pleasantries out of the way as the teams are going to make their way to their positions. I do note as well, Dennis, well, if they needed to have any inspiration, there's a lady down there not too far away from us in the terrace watching who has done pretty much everything in the ladies' game. Mary Jo Curran, she's not too far of us, just down in front of us there in the terrace.
And I also saw Louise Murhertig also coming in, so yeah.
And Danielle O'Leary is not too far down to our right here as well. So there's certainly plenty of talent on the sidelines watching in on what will be a fantastic county senior final here.
Yeah, and I've been reliably informed with the men's Mary O'Connell's brother, of course, was Sean O'Connell from Tralee with Tralee Dinos. Or sorry, not Tralee Dinos, with Kerry FC even.
Kerry FC indeed. As Seamus of Mulville is making his way to the halfway line. The sides, as we mentioned before the game, there are no pre-match changes. This 1 to 15 jerseys will take the field on both sides. We'll just have a look at any positional changes. The interesting one then is Annette Galvin, of course, deployed at centre back. I suppose you'd nearly expected her to seen her at midfield, but she did play at centre back for the semi-final as well, and it does give her a bit of more of a free role than it would if she was at midfield, maybe be marked by Mary O'Connell.
And it's likely that Shona Fitzpatrick will drop into that centre-back position and do a lot of defending. She had played in the full back line. But one girl we often didn't mention was Maeve Barry, sister of Jack, a very prominent figure up there in the front for the Gael. And, will take a lot of minding by Emily O'Sullivan.
And well, as I say, all that's left now is for Seamus Mulville. He's looking up and down to make sure everyone's in their rightful position and make sure his officials are in place, which they are, and the ball is thrown in, and the County Senior Championship Final of 2025 gets underway, and the ball is won by Shona Fitzpatrick, who sends the ball out to Jess Gill. She has got fantastic pace as well. We might see a little bit of that later on. Here's Mears Lyons, tremendous experience there. Shona Fitzpatrick to Ellie O'Connell. Ellie sends the ball in.
Rachel,
around they come. Here's Rachel Dwyer. Passes it outwards. Oh, it was looking for Ellie O'Connell. She wins it anyway. Just slows things down a bit. And passed outwards. All the way out to Mears Lyons. There's Cronin, as she would have been known in the past, which is on the ball again now. Ellie O'Connell. Oh, well dispossessed there by Eilish O'Connor, the captain of the team, and she carries the ball out. Oh, she's just dispossessed. Actually, that was Breed O'Connor, her twin sister, and I'm sure we're going to get that one wrong once or twice again before the game's out.
We'll have to rely on the numbers, but a slow, ponderous build-up so far by the Southern Gaels. Pretty bit of pace into it just now.
And a lovely pass, looking for Myrn Tehan, and the Tehan shoots. Goal! Top right corner. Myrn Tehan, the midfielder, ends up at the end of the field, and a lovely score. We think we've a replay here, Dennis.
Yeah, slow, ponderous build-up. Murden Tehan found space on the right-hand side. We're waiting for the replay as the kick-out is going in here. But Murden found some space and blasted a right-footed shot. Brilliant kick to the net.
That does get us underway, really, as the goal is scored in the second minute of the game. But the Gael doing well now to get their hands on the ball. And their first possession just going in now into Southern Gaels territory as Breed O'Connor passes it off to Jaden Lucy, but Jaden, a charge there by Jaden Lucy, of course, another Kerry panellist. She is penalised, and Southern Gaels, well, the ball went down there and went through the hands of Siún Fitzgerald, of course, daughter of Morris, and it's his Gael and Kate Ann O'Connor who came away with it.
Yeah, in the early stages, she is staying in the full back line and the full forward line, and Siún is doing the running first receiver.
Aoife Barrett passed it out to Maeve Barry. Maeve, big pass in, but it's always on the defender's side, but it might fall in their favour. Here's Maria Quirk. Goal! Well, if the first 2.5 minutes, Dennis, is anything to tell us about the game ahead of us, it is going to be a cracker. Here's a lovely ball in by Maeve Barry. It did fall in favour of Maria Quirk. She rounded the goalkeeper and without turning back in, right foot back of the net, and we have all square with a goal apiece with less than 3 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, an exciting start here to this game. Maeve Barry was instrumental in that move, winning possession and setting Marie Quirk up for the first goal.
Southern Gaels winning primary possession there and getting it down the field. Rachel Dwyer still on the ball. She has the advantage of a free. And she's going to need it as the dispossessed, but it's going to be a very kickable free. We'll see where Seamus Mulville spots the free kick. It is more or less on the 20-metre line.
Yeah, and your fancy is it Rachel's going to kick this one, yeah. Ideal conditions here, maybe a slight wind blowing across the pitch, but it looks maybe whatever advantage Southern Gaels might have just about the advantage in the first half.
It does feel that the breeze is blowing left to right, as you can see it on your screens. As Rachel off the post and stays in play, and the Gael are alive to it as they will try to work the ball out.
Yeah, press on by Southern Gaels here, making life difficult for the Gael, trying to bring the ball out to the back line.
As the Gael do get their way out of the 20-metre line and head towards the 45 as they clear their lines. Up the field they come. Carrying forward still is Kate Ann O'Connor, who passes it infield to Megan Sheehy. And a long pass out to the stand side. Carried forward now by Megan O'Connor. Megan still holds on to it. She passes backwards into space, into Megan Sheehy. Eilish O'Connor is calling for it. Here's the captain, Eilish O'Connor. Aoife Barrett. Sheehy into Megan O'Connor, and the ball is a searching one in. A lovely ball. Falls, just over the bar. She was going for goal there. But it is, I think it's our goal scorer again. I think it's Maria Quirk who popped that one over the bar.
Yeah, Maria Quirk doing very well early in the game, and the number 10 kicks it in.
Megan O'Connor,
and it catches over the head, rare enough.
I think it's got a touch off a defender actually, and that's what put it over the bar.
Yeah, I was heading probably for the goal. Marie Quirk starting very well in this game. She's operating with a lot of space. Ciara Fleury is detailed to mark her, but there's lots and lots of room in front of them. Southern Gaels probably trying to play a sweeper, but maybe not getting back quick enough. And
the Gael winning that one against the head, and it was Cara Gannon that was fouled to win that free. But Breed O'Connor now carries forward. If Breed has the advantage of free if she wants it. There's a big carry there by Breed O'Connor. Outwards now. And well kicked. But I think that's wide. That's the first wide of the game. The umpire is going to indicate so.
Yeah, that was by Maeve Barry, I think, was it? And the advantage was over at that stage. Southern Gaels, Jaden Lucy kicked that one wide to the left. And Southern Gaels here under pressure. They've got the experienced Mary Ellen Bulger. She takes the kickouts from the ground. She puts a lot of distance into it, and it's a real help for Southern Gaels, except in this occasion.
She didn't put a lot of distance in that time, and Megan Sheehy turned it over, and the ball's coming in yet again. But she could have a hat-trick so far, Maria Quirk, but that one going wide. She didn't even get a point for her troubles that time. But she's got 1-1 on the board.
Yeah, but quite a let off there for the Southern Gaels. Mary Ellen maybe trying to find a player rather than maybe going for a bit of length. She's quite capable. Her kick out usually dominates the game for Southern Gaels. Let's see how she gets on with this one.
Yeah, it's quite a unique thing, or certainly an uncommon thing to see in ladies football, is a kick out taken from the ground, and Mary Ellen this time does find her own teammate, albeit with a knockdown. But it's well played out of defence now. Here's Jess Gill. Jess Gill offloads. And the pass coming out to Clodagh Dwyer. Well taken there. And it's Mayor's Lines now. Forward. Taken and pass forward. That was by Rachel Dwyer, who gets it back. Rachel is going for goal. It just dropped short though, and into the goalkeeper's hands, and into the hands of Emma Glynn, who was under a lot of pressure there. And is it a line ball?
It's a line ball,
45? Yeah. It's a line ball.
Line ball. Yeah, Southern Gaels.
One thing that is going to catch me today, Dennis, is half the Southern Gaels team have done have put in the braids and put in the. It reminds me of the Romanian soccer team in '98 when they all bleached their hair and we couldn't get one from the other. But it is the Gael that come out with the ball. As it's Sarah Barrett now who comes out giving the ball to Kate Ann O'Connor on the left hand side with a little bit of space in front of her. To Megan O'Connor. Infield. To Eilish O'Connor, captain. Eilish, great pace and a great turn of pace there. She stretches the legs. And, she passed it, but she gets it back there very quickly. Megan O'Connor gives it to Aoife Barrett. Chip pass, and a lovely chip pass in that's going to should find Maria Quirk, unless Emily O'Sullivan had something to do with it. She just slowed things down, but Maeve Barry does have the ball now, and Megan O'Connor gives it back. Still in the Gael possession, Breed O'Connor to her twin sister and gets it back from her. And back again between the two twin O'Connors as Megan O'Connor now, no relation, takes it on. Jade and Lucy. Back to Megan O'Connor. Lovely pass into space to Aoife Barrett. Mary O'Connell, her first possession of the game. It's in towards Maria Quirk. Maria is claiming she was fouled there by Mary Ellen Bulger. I didn't see a foul, there was contact alright. But it's 50-50 there, and Mary Ellen Bulger gets the benefit of the doubt as Southern Gaels clear their lines.
Very, very patient by the Gael, waiting for the opportunity. Quite happy to go through the phases, many passes, and looking for a break. But in that case, Mary Ellen Bulger got the better of Marie Quirk, and they cleared the lines.
And a big long pass there across to the left-hand side for the Gael, and carried forward now to Karen McCrohan. Did have the ball there. Here is Ellie O'Connell. Ellie is blocked down, but I think she still has it. She does indeed. She has the advantage of a free with it. Offloads and into space come Southern Gaels. And that one is over the bar. I think it is indeed.
Megan
Ellie O'Connell doing very well there to get away from 3 or 4.
Indeed. And number 12,
Katie Foster, I think. Is
Katie Foster, always alive, kicks in, chips the ball nicely with her right foot. It's a ding-dong battle, 1-1, all to play for. Really good contest so far.
So the whistle goes and gives Emma Glenn the chance to kick out, and she does find her own player. As Eilish O'Connor kicks forward to Breed. To Maeve Barry, back to Breed O'Connor. Megan Sheehy now. Excellent work there at midfield by Shona Fitzpatrick. You did tell her her credentials are from full-back and in defence historically. She's further out the field now, but she certainly is well able to throw a tackle in. Here's Jade and Lucy. Lovely dummy solo. All the way out to Aoife Barrett. Megan O'Connor is going to have a shot. It's dropping to Quirk again. And stopped, and it was just stopped in the line. Well, there was 3 blocking her chances there. They did the best of what they had there, really. The goalkeeper and the 2 defenders just getting themselves between player and goal line to stop the shot.
Marie Quirk is positioning herself right there on the edge of the square, and it looks like a definite tactic, and she's good, over her head, well able to catch the ball. Southern Gaels need to reply here.
And as they do, they go forward. And pulling, which is no foul just yet. And it's a free out indeed. Rachel Dwyer deemed to have overcarried the ball there.
Yeah, these are tight calls, whether it's offensive foul, overcarrying or holding. In this case, Seamus Mulvihill calls it, and it's a free out to the Gael.
It's taken and carried forward by Nora O'Connell. Out to the left. Kate Ann O'Connor back into Nora O'Connell. Forward to Megan Sheehy. Megan with 15 on her back, but she's certainly playing a deeper role. Jade and Lucy seems to be playing much further forward as Megan O'Connor gives the ball to Jade and Lucy, who is again looking for Quirk. Maria Quirk turns and gets the shot away, and that could be a great score, but I don't think so. It's just tailing left and wide, another wide.
There was an advantage, and the Gael didn't pick up on that advantage. Went for their shot and kicked it over. But Marie Quirk is dominating this game so far. She's finding acres of space. There's the kick in for the goal chance. Marie Quirk went with her right foot, but it was Mary Ellen Bulger had come down, closed the space, and defended her goal.
A lovely pass in by Megan O'Connor, though, must be said. There certainly know the danger she brings, Quirk, and they're certainly trying to utilise it. She could have 4 goals. She scored her first, but she could have 3 more since. She certainly could have a hat-trick on the board by now.
She could indeed.
But as we saw with Cremon yesterday, they missed the chances in the first half, but when it comes good, it might just work out for them. At least they're creating chances in the Gael. As Southern Gaels carry forward and kicked forward now by Jess Gill, looking for Shifra. Shifra O'Shea. Well, she should get you a score if she gets the chance. And the crowd there over the stand will tell you that one over the bar there by Shifra.
I was just going to mention that we haven't seen Shifra and maybe Alan Gallivan really thunder into this game. You will see that Southern Gaels will go along at pretty much any opportunity they get. Shifra is a deadly practitioner inside that full forward line and kicks a brilliant score.
Excellent score there by Shifra. Lovely pass in there by Jess Gill as well, it must be said. As Emma Glynn kicks out, and she's given Eilish O'Connor a lot to do, but Eilish gets there. And well played out there. Sarah Barrett finding Cara Gannon. Here's Dee Carney. Nora O'Connell. Nora with her left foot finds Breed O'Connor. Oh, Breed just taking her eyes off the ball there for a second, but she did well to pick it up and shakes off the pressure. Back to Aoife Barrett, and here is Nora O'Connell, her sister of Mary. Deirdre Carney all the way out to Sarah Barrett. And in fairness to Gaeil, they're in front of their own goal, but they're patient. They're not rushing anything.
They are, but there's a press on by Southern Gaels. But
here's Mary O'Connell driving forward, something we've seen all year in the green and gold jersey, Mary. Fantastic athlete, Mary, and she still has the ball. And here she is now at the opposition 20-metre line. She carried it from her own 20. Maeve Barry.
We can see Shauna Fitzpatrick now has gone very much back into defensive position in front of Marie Quirk, who's causing all sorts of trouble.
Cara Gannon has made a big run forward here. Megan Sheehy is dropping, but dealt with by, well, the premier goalkeeper in the county, Mary Ellen Bulger, in fairness there. That's why she's got no problem with the high balls. She's got the end of a baseball cap down there in front of her to deal with the sun in the first half. But Southern Gaels do come forward to halfway.
Katie Foster
got a score there earlier on.
Yeah, we're getting confused between Katie Foster and Jess Gill, I think. But Katie is a live wire as well in that half forward line. And they're looking to get the ball in here.
Mare's Lines is wide open here with space in front of her. As she carries forward, left boot. And no mistake there by Mare's Lines. On the board for her as well.
Yeah, that left boot is a trusty boot. I think the right leg is only for standing on. Every kick it goes to the left. But what a deadly accurate scorer Mare's has been over the years. Brilliant shooter, and expect her to see that left foot in operation again before the day is out.
Emma Glynn just standing over. She, as you can see, kicking out off the hands. Outside of the left boot this time, and again is well taken there by Eilish O'Connor, who has covered a lot of ground already in the first quarter of this game. Taken on now, and still by Gaeil and Sarah Barrett. Sarah, she has the advantage of a free coming if she wants. She gives to her sister Aoife, who goes forward to Maeve Barry, to Jaden Lucy. Lovely turn in there by Jaden. We've seen that a few times this year already in the green and gold jersey. She passes back to Maeve Barry. Here's Megan O'Connor. She's going to go herself this time. And they're going for, I thought she was going for the flag. That one must have been close because the umpires discussed it. But just wide and right. It's
noticeable that the Gael have a lot of possession. I think Southern Gaels are drawing maybe Shauna Fitzpatrick back, giving the Gael an extra player in the middle of the field. They're bringing it forward. But when they get into that shooting position, invariably they're probably getting into good enough positions, but they're under pressure with their shots, and then now they've dragged a few of them wide. Probably good defending on the Southern Gael side.
And kick out goes long. It was almost overturned there by Aoife Barrett, but the numbers in the Southern Gael side, and Jess Gill got the ball to Mare's Lines. Going forward, taken well there by Rachel Dwyer. Inwards to an on-rushing teammate, but it goes to Siún Fitzgerald. And over the bar by Siún. Well, we saw her father do this in this stadium many, many times, and Siún showing that she's well able to put the ball over the bar as well.
She's indeed, but it was that left foot kick by Mares Cronin, and they're going long. Rachel Dwyer came to collect it, and when she secured possession, Siún was on hand in to finish the move. Maybe more kicking on the Southern Gael side, dragging them into a 3-point lead, 1-4 to 1-1.
As Emma Glynn is just holding, waiting for the referee's whistle, which she gets now. She's going to have to do something with it shortly before she's penalised. Puts a bit of air in this one, and this is a bit 50-50 at best, you know. I think it's going to be a free in. Is it a foul by Gaeil? It was indeed. The goalkeeper, in fairness, gave them a lot to do really to win their own ball.
Yeah, but that was a heavy enough knock. Was it Ellie O'Connell that went up and secured that one? She took a bit of pressure on the back. Really strong player. It was the number 9 there, Mary O'Connell. Quite a battle between the two girls in midfield. Mary got right up there, and Ellie showed a lot of power, I suppose, to hold her ground there and win a valuable free kick for Southern Gaels.
Yeah, it is the age of the breeze. It is.
It's noticeable that with this break as well, that there's a lot of water coming onto the field. This is we're maybe not used to hot conditions in October. There's been a lot of running done both sides, and it's quite a heavy contest. 19 minutes gone in this game. A brilliant battle between the two teams.
Indeed, this would be 2-point territory if it was the men's game. It's and you know, I can see Shifra going down and picking up the grass and testing it. She's certainly eyeing it up there to see can she put it over. I saw her do it in the semi-final. She put one over from this range. So it certainly could be scoreable. Actually, I think that was Rachel that scored that day. But
yeah, it's Shifra's lining up for this one.
She's going to fancy it, I'd say, by the looks of it. She's certainly eyeing it up. But she has teammates inside at the edge of the square.
Yeah, but I would fancy she'll have the range, whether she'll have the accuracy or not. No Better Woman Law has kicked a good few.
At her back anyway. There's certainly the distance on it. And it's over the bar for Shifra. Gets herself a great long range free. And makes it 1-5 to 1-1 in favour of the South Kerry side. 20 minutes just about coming up on 20 minutes played. Yeah,
as I say, both teams have done a lot of running. Marie Quirk opened early with this game with a brilliant goal after Murden Tehan got the opener for Southern Gaels. Southern Gaels pressing the Gael kick out big time and forcing the press, but Gael clearing their lines in most cases.
And the two number 9s there, Mary O'Connell and Murden Tehan, having a battle there as McGlynn was aiming for Mary with her short kick out, but I think that works out in her favour, and she's going to get a mulligan on that one because she's going to get to kick it out again. That one tailing off wide. But it's certainly one that Southern Gaels are going to capitalise on for the next 10 minutes or so, certainly while the breeze is in their favour. McGlynn now, she's going to go home left this time, looking for Eilish O'Connor and finding her. Eilish, excellent run there to her sister Breed. Back to Eilish.
Yeah, the two O'Connors doing really well in the middle of the field, carrying that ball, really linking up with the backs, bringing it forward and supplying balls to the forward line.
As they still have possession there, carrying forward. Megan Sheehy gives it to Aoife Barrett, to Megan O'Connor. Megan has won Cara McCrohan for company, and there she is, Dennis. Cara McCrohan dispossesses Megan O'Connor there.
Nicely done by Cara, if I say so myself.
You are allowed to compliment your niece once or twice, I think, Dennis. I'll give you a couple of free ones during the game.
Yeah, you won't see her running up town. She's defending. She's staying in that half back line and defending well so far.
And kicked forward, looking for Siún Fitzgerald. Siún picks it up. Has Kate Ann O'Connor for company.
Oh, yeah,
was there a throw?
No, I think
there was a hand in, the free in.
Yeah, a slight tug, Seamus Mulvihill.
The wire, I'd say.
Yeah, but this isn't a guaranteed score. They'll have to work for this one.
Here is Rachel. Ellie O'Connell. Excellent pass there to Mayers Lines. And Mayers, as she did a while ago, doubles up and gets the second score for herself. And that increases the Southern Gaels' lead to 5.
Yeah, you'd wonder, the wind, is it freshening? We look at the national flag there behind the goal, as Southern Gaels putting real pressure on the Gael kick out, but time and time again, the O'Connor sisters are winning.
Eilish O'Connor is giving her goalkeeper every opportunity, really. She has covered so much ground here in the first half. As here she is on the ball again, Eilish. Megan Sheehy out to the right hand side to Megan O'Connor. Looking for Jaden Lucy. She's a bit too far in front of Jaden though, and she's loaded the wire, who won it, but is it gone over the line yet? There's no flag from the referee or from the linesman just yet, and it's Gael that win the ball. Oh, and it's a high challenge around the neck there, and that is it's a heavy challenge, you know.
Anna Galvin, not a lot of intent, maybe a bit cynical on Anna's side. She wasn't going to let the player get away from her.
It'll be a ticking at the minimum. You'll see it here,
I
whatever
think so.
happened. It was fairly loose.
And that's a yellow.
And it's a yellow card for Anna Galvin.
Yeah, so that's a significant development.
10 minutes. She'll see out the rest of the first half and a little bit of the second inside in the sin bin.
Yeah, it's time now. I suppose a player short and a significant player down. Can Southern Gael or Gael?
So the wire collided there over near the sideline. But all parties are back on their feet. It's going to be Jaden Lucy that takes the free. Lucy restarts play back to Sarah Barrett, who gives it to Deirdre Carney. Deirdre full back, but an excellent ball carrier in her own right. Just about offloaded there. Megan Sheehy now.
You'd expect Southern Gaels now will keep their defensive formation, and I see Schiffer has gone back into the full back line and the back line defending with a player short.
Yeah, Megan Sheehy gives the ball to Sarah Barrett, who's going to look for Megan O'Connor. Megan's going to be one of their trusty outside shooters, but she's turned over again by Cara McCrohan. And that allows Southern Gaels to get the ball to Rachel Dwyer. And Rachel, forward now. Comes Southern Gaels. Back to Mayor's Lines. It gets there. It gets to a teammate. Excellent work there by Siún Fitzgerald. And it's over the bar again by Siún Fitzgerald.
Yeah, I fear that player short won't actually hamper Southern Gaels too much. They're defending deep, and if they can turn over that ball, then that style they can really break quick. There's Mayor's Cronin again. Can I mention her left leg once again, putting the ball in? Siún Fitzgerald capitalising, keeping the pressure on Gael.
Yeah, okay, one of the Mayor's is turned over with Jess Gill this time, and the Gael really are, even though a player up, are under a small bit of pressure here, getting the ball away from their own kick out. As Merlin Tehan passes forward. Katie Foster. Back to here again, Mayor's Lines. Pass infield. Merlin Tehan now. To Jess Gill. There's a player calling for it, and that's Ellie over there, Ellie O'Connell. It is indeed. It bounces over her. And back they come now. There's Cara McCrohan to Ellie O'Connell again. Jess Gill. Jess is going to have a shot. And the goalkeeper claps. She's obviously happy with her defence as the ball goes harmlessly wide. And that is a let off there from the Gael, because that was another needless turnover there for them, really. Yeah,
but the Southern Gaels are really pressurising that kick out. I suppose it's into the wind. They're really pushing hard to win those turnovers. There's a free kick here now to Deirdre Carney, make it a lot easier for the kick out with the extra player.
Dee Carney carries forward to Mary O'Connell. Mary to Breed O'Connor. Back to Deirdre Carney, who gives it back to Breed. Carry forward. There's space in front if she puts the boot through it, but she gives to her twin sister Eilish instead. Eilish carries forward to her midfield partner Mary O'Connell. Mary is looking for the player in space, but it was always going to fall to Claude Dwyer. Just goes short, and Cara McCrohan is fouled and has the option of her free. Claude Dwyer gives it though and passes it out to Shifra O'Shea. Shifra, who collected the ball, as you mentioned, she's come deeper. She collected the ball that time in her own 45, Dennis. Yeah, and she has a lot of room to play with here, and players running off her. But I have to mention Shauna Fitzpatrick going back, doing serious defensive work, ably abetted by her half back line and clearing the dangers for Southern Gaels. And here's Shifra. Merlin Tehan out left again to Ellie O'Connell, and Ellie, that was always going to be there was destined for a collision there, really, because the ball left it was put there, it was inviting the defender to come out. Yeah, and that looks like a heavy enough hit onto Ellie there, nothing malicious of course, but it may be a bit of a dead leg or something, but she's taking the blows, I suppose, fairly and getting on with the game. Yeah, well, she got going again straight away. And there's a lot for Mayor's Cronin here to do, or Mayor's Line, should I call her, to win this one back. Yeah, she got off her knees, covering a lot of ground in the first half. Really instrumental, setting up play, Mayor's Lines, and as Gael come back here again with the O'Connell sisters. And carried out of defence now, come Gael. through Cara Gannon, who gave the ball to Maeve Barry, back to Megan O'Connor. Mary O'Connell is looking for the ball, but Megan O'Connor carries well past two defenders, and still has it, Megan O'Connor. But no, her shot left her down. That one bounces harmlessly right and wide, and they've had little in terms of chances in the second quarter, Dennis, but it was the first quarter they left an awful lot after them. They left, I think, 3-5, I'm told, they left after them.
To Marie Quirk, who was really dangerous, and letting maybe the Gael play with the ball, but maybe not converting.
Here's Sarah Barrett. Megan O'Connor again. Can she make up for her last effort? She does indeed. It's a score for Megan O'Connor, and it's over the bar. And it's been a long time since the Gaels' last score, it must be said, but that makes it 1-7 to 1-2.
Yes, Southern Gaels well on top here. A player down and a Gallivan on the sideline. Mary Ellen Bulger here now with a kick out. Player short. Notable that she kicks the ball off the ground. Very interesting to see now where she's going to go with this one. Who's going to offer the run? Several players looking to receive.
She's looking for Breed O'Connor. Oh, sorry, it's going to go to Breed O'Connor. Should I say it's turned over? Mary O'Connell now. And still has it, Mary. And punches over the bar. And that was a big turnover there from the Gael as Mary O'Connell gets herself on the scoreboard.
Yeah, that's a big one there for the Gael. That's where the kick out is so important. Mary Ellen Bulger not finding her player on this occasion, left isolated, and the very experienced Mary O'Connell maybe was looking at the goal, but sensibly her options were closed down a little, and she took a valuable pile for the Gael, just their third of the afternoon as the clock hits 30 minutes. And the players are taking in water on this warm day in Killarney. Just a few minutes probably on the clock by our referee Seamus Mulvihill.
Yeah, I think it's there's a whole lot left, I think, for this first half. On my own clock there is about 31 minutes gone, so there wasn't a whole pile, I think, of stoppages. You might have one more minute, but Marianne Bulger is going to restart play with a kick out.
Yeah, we're replaying
our goal
the
earlier
goal.
on.
Mary Bulger made contact, but Marie Quirk really did very well. Was pushed a little wide, but had the presence to gather herself, size up the opportunity, and kick a brilliant score.
And a long kick out goes over the head of everyone, and Megan O'Connor is working hard to get there, and she does. Excellent work there by the wing forward. Passed it inwards to Deirdre Kearney. Kearney. She did well there to get her bounce off and just maintain a possession. And the O'Connors link in again, and here's Dee Kearney. And she overcarries it there that time, Kearney, and it is a Southern Gaels ball. Free to be taken just inside the 65. Right in front of the stand. Shifra O'Shea, a long way from goal. Oh, a big collision there. I'm not quite sure what Seamus Mulvihill is telling us. I think it's going to be a free to Southern Gaels again, but I haven't seen the arm go up yet.
Yeah, Ellie O'Connell there, stuck in the wars again. She's really, a magnet for possession, and she's to fight hard at times, but doing very well for Southern Gaels on the centre forward position.
And Shifra O'Shea was looking for Siún Fitzgerald there, but it fell into the Gael defence and gives them the opportunity to come out. That was Aoife Barrett to Megan Sheehy. Upfield now to Jaden Lucy. Jaden turns and gives to Mary O'Connell. Another big run by Mary. Still has it. Here's Sarah Barrett. Out looking for Maeve Barry. Maeve, I'm not sure, was that a pass or is it a shot, but it's falling into the edge of the square. It's going to be, there's a foul by a Gael player, and it's going to be a free out. Is that Maria Quirk again? I think it is. There was at the end of that. Yeah,
it seems to be definite tactic to put in a high ball into the square to Maria Quirk. Early in the game, it was paying dividends. As Seamus Mulvihill blows the full-time whistle, the game started in a rip-roaring fashion. Murden Tehan getting the early goal for Southern Gaels. Marie Quirk replying for the Gael. The Gael had a lot of possession at that time. Sean Fitzpatrick went back to cut out the supply ball to Marie Quirk. The Gael ran the ball quite a lot, but the Southern Gaels defence held firm. maybe in the Gael kicking a good maybe number of wides, Southern Gaels soaking up the pressure, and then as the game wore on, Mayor's Cronin came into the game. She supplied 2 scores. She was kicking ball into the full forward line. Sean Fitzgerald kicked 2, Schieffer kicked 2, and Katie Foster with 1. So Sutton and Gallivan got the yellow card just before half time. She's maybe another few minutes in the second half to serve. But Southern Gaels probably with the wind, not a howling wind, but definitely have the advantage in a brilliant and sun-drenched Killarney. Southern Gaels go in at the break, 4 points up, still a lot of football to be played.
So at half time from Costa del Killarney, it's a beautiful sunshine here this afternoon. It is Southern Gaels that lead by 1-7 to 1-3. Join us back for all the second half in a few minutes' time. Welcome back to Fitzgerald Stadium at just before the second half of the Secours sponsored County Senior Ladies Football Final for 2025. It is Southern Gaels that lead 1-7 to 1-3 at the break. As you can see, Gaeil are just making their way out to join Southern Gaels on the field for the second half. Gaeil will have the benefit of whatever breeze is blowing for the second half, we will imagine. We don't quite know what's left on Anna Galvin's time, but there's a minute or two there, I'd say, before Anna Galvin comes back out onto the field.
Yeah, we see Shifra Shano lining up in the middle of the field. We're looking at the flags there on the town end of the ground. They're freshening a little bit, maybe more advantage maybe to Gael in the second half. Southern Gaels quite commanding in the first, 4 points up, but really nothing in a ladies' game. A goal or two can make an awful difference in the contest.
Yeah, as Shifra O'Shea and Myrne Tehan line up against Eilish O'Connor and Mary O'Connell for the start of the second half. And Seamus Mulville gets the game underway, and it's broken this time by the Gael. And Eilish O'Connor passes out to her sister Breed. Lovely run there by Breed O'Connor. Back in field and out to Cara Gannon. Oh, juggled and is enough to dispossess. It is indeed by Southern Gaels as they work their way out through Shifra O'Shea, who gives the ball to Myrne Tehan. Myrne under a bit of pressure from our opposite number, Mary O'Connell. But Cara McCrahan picks up the ball and carries out of defence, passes backwards though firstly. Oh, there's a hand to the face there and to spotted there by the referee as play goes on. There's an advantage of a free. Ellie O'Connell now carries. Has got Katie Foster for company. Katie gets it. Then dispossessed. And play go. Yeah, I thought there was a free there blown, but no, play on, says the referee. And the Gael work their way out of defence. Sarah Barrett now to Breed O'Connor.
Yeah, Ellie O'Connor went through there with a very determined run, linked up nicely with Katie Foster. Katie nearly maybe one short of a pass maybe to put someone through, dispossessed, and the Gael cleared our lines. They attack with purpose here in the second half.
Megan O'Connor carries forward, a big boot forward. And it's looking for Maeve Barry. I don't think she'll get there in time. It was put wide there in the end as it was shepherded out, and it's going to be a first kick out of the second half for Mary Ellen Bulger.
Yeah, an interesting kick out here now, kicking into the wind. A player short. They need to see a bit of energy here.
They're no longer a player short actually this, as in Anna Galvin returns to the field.
Yeah, so Anna is really going to try and get into this game. But still a task here, maybe, and the Gael pressurising the kick out. Mary Ellen Bulger off the ground.
So parity restored in terms of personnel, as Myrne Tehan does excellent there to pick up the ball from the kick out and field it and bring it down. Carries forward as Anna Galvin to the left. She goes forward though to Katie Foster. Gives it back to Myrne Tehan, who's looking now for Anna Galvin. Anna picks it up. We didn't see an awful lot of her in that first half before her yellow card. Here's Myrne Tehan looking for Rachel. Rachel's through on goal and scored by Rachel Dwyer. Excellent finish there, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. A rocket to the back of the net. I think we're going to see the replay here. Dedia, Anna Galvin.
Is that a training ground routine? I wonder. They seem to, and it goes through the middle, leave space on the left for Rachel. Rachel off the shoulder, in space, tucks the ball nicely in to the left of the goalkeeper. Southern Gaels back on the ball.
Southern Gaels on the ball again. They win that kick out and carried forward now. On the right hand side comes Mares Lyons. She's looking for that left foot of her, that left boot of hers. It's Shifra solos, goes on to her left, going for goal. Oh, the goalkeeper had to react, but here's Ellie. Oh, Ellie O'Connell. It gets her point all the same, but she was going for more. She was going to rattle that onion bag, but no, it goes over the crossbar for a point.
Yeah, should have been a goal, I suppose. But a brilliant save there by Emmy Glynn. Ellie getting through all six forwards now on the scoreboard for Southern Gaels. They've pushed out the lead to 8 points, looking strong here in the second half.
And McGlynn's kick out is looking for Eilish O'Connor again. Actually, it's Breed O'Connor and Jess Gill to Shifra O'Shea. There's an advantage of a free for Southern Gaels if they wish. The advantage now is finished. As Anna Galvin had Eilish O'Connor for company. She passed forward. They went through Siún Fitzgerald back to Anna Galvin. Blocked down by Eilish O'Connor though. And it is Gaeil that worked their way forward. And Gaeil really do need to get themselves back into this game. They find themselves down by 8 points as they come forward now. Up the stand side. And a big run there. And still a big run. I think that's Nora O'Connell. And it's Megan Sheehy who's trying. I think she was going for the shot, or was she dropping it? It's gone wide regardless. The breeze really has picked up, though, Dennis. You can see it there. That shot.
It has, and Marie Quirk was left in acres of space there. Maybe they didn't see the run inside. There seems to be her main outlet for scores from the Gael side. Sean Fitzpatrick getting back time and time again to cover the space in front of her with Mary Ellen Bulger here now with the kick out.
Mary Ellen picks it. It's a bit of air in this one and a bit of hang time, but it's still Shiafra, I think it is, that down there that picks it up.
Or is it Murden, I think it is?
Well, Murden has a braid on her. No,
Shiafra,
right, yeah. As so Shiafra won that one and won her free. Anna Galvin kicks it forward to Rachel Dwyer. Rachel has got Ellie O'Connell roaring for ball inside, but there's a bit too much air in it. It gives the defender a chance to come back. And it was excellently done there by the defence. I think it was Dee Carney actually that got the initial touch on it. Here she is now. Dee puts it forward to Eilish O'Connor. And carrying forward now. Karen to Aoife Barrett. Carried by Mary O'Connell. Excellent run up the stand side in the shadow of the stand. The advantage of a free, it comes back to the advantage of that free.
Yeah, and Southern Gael's quite happy maybe to foul tactically, maybe far enough away from goal to stop the momentum of the Gael team and put in a really good defensive performance here to keep in the Gael. Was that no offensive foul?
Oh yeah, charge there, and that was a harsh one there, I think, on Eilish O'Connor, but it's one of those ones in the ladies' game that you see argued all the time. I don't think she was trying to charge, she was trying to get past Anna Galvin.
Yeah, but on the other hand, maybe really good defending by Anna, held her ground and drew the foul.
And that one just skewing off the outside of the boot, but it still falls into the hands of Katie Foster. Myrne Tehan now. Myrne goes infield to her midfield partner, and who gets it back now? Shona Fitzpatrick. Charging forward, Shona, to Mare's lines. To Shiafra O'Shea, but a bit of pressure there, and she got felt something in the face there. She just picked up, but she's going to play on.
Yeah, Shiafra beginning to pull the strings here now, getting on the ball and playing out the field, and taking her time, setting up, and as I said, pulling the strings, getting that Southern Gael forward line going.
Here's Rachel Dwyer. Rachel passes, and there's another one there, but excellently picked off there by Mary O'Connell. Excellent stuff there to win her free, and she won't need the free. She plays out through the hands. Sarah Barrett back in field, and she's got two Southern Gaels for company, but does very well there. Just turn around, recycle it back.
Yeah, lots of effort now going in by both teams. Maybe energy sapping stuff in a warm Sunday in Killarney. Maybe both defences now on top, and scores have to come by.
Clever footwork by Eilish O'Connor though there, just to put the ball in front of her, pick it up, and is there a pull there? And there's actually a pull the other way. I thought the Gael player might have got a pull in her jersey there, and there's certainly a push that time by the Gael, and it's going to give free out to Southern Gaels.
Yeah, a lot of hard work, really defensive football. We
have a sub coming on here, Dennis.
Indeed, on the Gael side.
I think it's Maeve Barry making way. Number 18, I think it might be. It is indeed Sienna Lucy, sister of Jaden. So, first substitution of the day. As Southern Gaels restart play and start working their way out. Knockers on their side, of course, so Southern Gaels. They've got 22 or 3 minutes and an 8-point lead for the.
Yeah, Shona Fitzpatrick once again lifting the siege there. Shona, of course, spent time in the county panel as well. Has really improved since she vacated that full back position. Really doing well for the South Kerry team. run the middle of the field and do great defensive
Here's
work.
Katie Foster, put through by Siofra O'Shea, and she's going to do the clever thing and put the ball over the bar. And that is Katie Foster's second point of the game.
Yeah, good work. Southern Gaels keeping that scoreboard ticking over. Maybe the goal opened up for her there, but Katie knows perfectly well, chipped her point. All those scores are going to mount up and make the difference. Keeping the Gael team at bay, and really they're struggling to find the scoreboard moving in the same regularity.
And that's what they need really now at this stage. Every time they get down the field, they start to need to chipping away at the score as they pump the ball forward. And that is looking for Maria Quirk. Got a goal so early in the game. Here's Aoife Barrett. Still in possession, Aoife. Maria Quirk passes infield to Megan O'Connor. Megan is going to go for a shot, and the goalkeeper thinks that's gone over, and the umpires agree with her. As Megan O'Connor gets the badly needed score for the Gael.
Yeah, they're 4 points to the game coming with 10 minutes into the second half. They're 8 points down. Maybe struggling to move that scoreboard. Then probably will be looking for goals before too long.
The kick out going long over the heads of many players, but it is won by one Cara McCrohan, who passes it forward to Muireann Tehan. And good defending there, must be said, by Mary O'Connell, who allows the ball fall into a defender, and it goes through the hands. Megan O'Connor to Eilish O'Connor. Here's Deirdre Carney with a run upfield now. She still has it. Now passes forward to Megan Sheehy. Megan comes infield, looking for help. Has it. Here is the sub that just came on there. Sienna Lucy. Looks quite like Jaden actually, so looking from here. And the shot is going to tail off wide. I think that was Jaden Lucy that had the shot there.
Jaden, yeah, tired looking shot. Gael punching holes, really working really hard, but maybe not having enough up front maybe to get that scoreboard moving. Southern Gaels really has a vice grip on this second half. Some really good play around the middle by two midfielders, Muireann Tehan and Shauna Fitzpatrick. But Gael are down this one. They are.
Gael, a big win there by Mary O'Connell. Just about got her hands to it over the three Southern Gaels, and it gives the team forward a chance as Megan O'Connor goal! Megan O'Connor found the bottom corner with a super goal. That all came from a catch and a fielding that she had no right to win by Mary O'Connell, and her team works it forward, and a super finish by Megan O'Connor, who in fairness, the game and her team and the game badly needed this goal.
Yeah, she couldn't have put that ball any further into the corner. I feared that maybe it might have drifted wide, but no, she drove forward with purpose, collected the possession. Really what the Gael team, after Southern Gaels now dominating for quite a while in this game, there's only 5 points in it and really a lot to play for.
We have a second substitution of the game for Gael. It is number 19, Emma Jane O'Keefe is coming on for number 4, Nora O'Connell, who makes way. Sister of Mary, of course.
So after a lot of dominance by the Southern Gael team, they're now under pressure here, 5 points in the game, with maybe 15-20 minutes to go.
Yeah, there'll be another 20 minutes at least as the ball falls to Mary O'Connell, but it's just lost in possession, and Siofra O'Shea wins the ball. I think he's going to throw it up though, Seamus Mulville. Probably the right thing to do, as there was a couple of players' bodies on both sides went down. Hard to know who fouled who.
Yeah, it's time for the big players now to stand up, and possession is going to be so vital, this kick out. Siofra coming out probably to the midfield, matching Mary O'Connell there. It's referee Seamus Mulville now chatting with his linesman John Purcell. It looks like it's going to be Southern Gaels free, and a Gallivan with the ball.
And it's going to John Purcell just adding his weight to the conversation, and that is enough to give Southern Gaels a free. She kicks backwards, and then it gets it back now. Run. I thought she might have overcarried it there, Anna, but she carries forward and she's into opposition territory now, Anna, with a lung busting run. and offloads. Oh, it was almost perfectly read by Eilish O'Connor. But here come Southern Gaels. And Schiafra O'Shea now. Out to Katie Foster. Back to Schiafra. Schiafra all the way back to Myrne Tehan. Katie Foster, and that goes off the outside of the right boot and right and wide.
Yeah, a bit like the Gael the first half. Southern Gaels doing all the spade work there. It looked like Katie Foster and Jess Gill had won it and lost it and won it again. The chance eventually came to Katie Foster, but it tired kick drifting wide. The Gael now looking a bit stronger, even if Deirdre Kearney now is getting attention. Not a player they want to lose at this stage.
Indeed not. Of course, County fullback as well, Deirdre Kearney. Such a rock at the back of that defence.
But we saw Anna Galvin maybe a touch of what she's been doing for years and years, a lung-busting run, as you say, really driving at the Gael defence. Deirdre Kearney up off the ground, she's got a second wind. They're marking Anna Galvin now and Schiafra around the middle for Southern Gaels.
So Emma Glynn kicks out and it almost found Cara Gannon, but it bounced over her head and it's going to be Southern Gaels who turned it over through Katie Foster. Foster had the last person to have that shot there, gives it to Rachel Dwyer. Oh, and that should be a free out. It's right. Yeah, the same thing has happened below with Anna Galvin. It's this time Rachel Dwyer penalised. It looks like Kate Ann O'Connor, the one that collided with her, and that gives the Gael their chance. And this pass, is Megan O'Connor going to get there? Well, no, Anna Galvin covers a lot of ground to get there ahead of Megan O'Connor, and Anna passes it forward. Here's Eddie O'Connell. Eddie carries forward. Sarah Barrett for company. Gets past her. She still has it, Eddie. To the left, Schiafra O'Shea now. Schiafra, Myrne Tehan. I think the flag is going to be raised here. Myrne Tehan with the score.
Was it Myrne? Yeah.
Let's have a look here. I think it was the number 9.
Yeah, Schiafra winning the ball, passing it over her right hand, and number 9, and Myrne Tehan kicks a brilliant score. Badly wanting on the Southern Gael side, and Myrne with her second point. He stretches the lead now to 4 points, and Southern Gaels now looking to put a press onto the Gael kick out here.
Emma Glynn carries out and goes left, and that is going only towards Rachel Dwyer unless the sideline saves her. It doesn't. Rachel Dwyer now. Infield to Anna Galvin. Chip forward to Myrne Tehan. Myrne back to Rachel Dwyer. Rachel, good hand in there by Mary O'Connell. That was an important one, but it's Mares Lyons who has possession, and again another good hand in. And it's going to be a free in. Mares Lyons rewarded for her bravery. Usually what happens when one player goes to bend down to pick up the ball, she's the one that gets free.
Bravery won that there for Mares, but in truth I think Gael could be maybe a little hard done by. There wasn't a lot in it. Southern Gaels now have responded well to that goal. We can see Rachel Dwyer maybe coming into Ellie O'Connell coming into the game. Anna Galvin and Schiafra maybe pulling the strings around the middle, but it's still all to play for. 6 points in it, maybe with one more 7 if this free is converted.
You would imagine Rachel Dwyer should have no problem putting this one over the bar without applying the commentator's curse to her. As Rachel, she's taking her time now, but she's waiting for the referee's whistle. Pops it over the bar with no mistake.
Yeah, and it's this spread of scores, I suppose, from the Southern Gaels team. All players, all the forwards are on the scoreline. Myrne Tehan with 1-1. Most of the players have got at least 2 scores, so a range of scores, a lot of threats coming from the Southern Gaels team.
And that one not working out in their favour unless Eilish O'Connor does excellently well. And it must be said, Eilish has really, really worked as hard as she possibly can. Played the captain's role today for Gael all through the game. As she, in fairness to her, has been everywhere as an outlet for her team. Yeah,
along with her sister Bree, the two O'Connors doing brilliantly, really offering themselves in the middle of the field from the kick out and snuffing out and bringing the attack to the Southern Gaels.
And here's they have the chance now. Can they be rewarded? Shot taken and goal! goal. A huge goal. Is that Breed O'Connor? I think it's the number 12, Breed O'Connor.
Yeah. Started the move at the beginning, was there to see it through, brought it forward with purpose, composed on the ball, stepped inside and deceived.
Might have got a deflection
correct.
there,
I think maybe Mary Ellen Bolger doesn't get beaten that easy, but I think it was a deflection. So there we have it, down to, is it what is it?
4 point game.
4 point game,
Take off the sock shortly, Dermot, Dennis, because it's getting hard to work out the difference. As Gaeil and Deirdre Carney. And Jaden Lucy chips forward, looking for a teammate. Is it cut out? No, it's not. It's the goal scorer, Breed O'Connor. Can she keep it in? Just about, but it's going to go to a Southern Gaels player. Excellent work there by Southern Gaels. But we're done very well here, Jaden Lucy, to win the ball back.
Yeah, there's a never say die effort here now by Gael. You know, they look like they were out of this game. Winning possession, maybe not converting, but they kept plugging away, got the 3 goals, maybe not doing as much on the points, but they're still coming at the Southern Gaels team.
Mary O'Connell gives the ball out to Jaden Lucy, turned over by Siofra O'Shea. Excellent turnover. Her basketball skills really coming into play there as she passes forward to Merlin Tehan.
Ellie's on the burst. Can she Merlin find her?
Here's Anna Galvin. Anna Galvin now. Just slowing things down, trying to regain a bit of composure for Southern Gaels. And herself and Eilish O'Connor is having a great battle here, and Eilish is not going to be found wanting as she passes inside Anna to Rachel Dwyer. And there was a hand on a jersey there, and that was a...
Was that a backdoor cut? It looks like a pre-rehearsed move. Rachel coming out and facing and then doubling back and then feeding the ball inside. It was maybe a stray leg. It wasn't a deliberate trip. This is not a gimme, I suppose, for Rachel. She's a good point kicker.
Against the breeze, yeah.
Nothing guaranteed, but maybe you'd expect her to kick it.
Yeah, 30 odd metres out from goal. Good score, as you say, but the breeze against her. There is...
Yeah, brilliantly kicked score, competent score by Rachel Dwyer. Every time Gael has come forward and kicked a goal, the Southern Gaels team have responded well. They've come back and kicked the point, maybe the next score, to get breathing space again as Deirdre Carney as it collects an easy kick out and possession from Gael.
And well carried forward now by Gael through the hands. Come Gael, and excellent hand there by Anna Galvin, and is it enough to do? It is enough to turn over the ball. Here's Cara McCrone, passes forward, looking for, but excellent work there by, there's a foul back, all the way back here, to where Cara McCrone took the free. Yeah,
brilliant work, I suppose, by the 2 county players there, Anna Galvin and Siofra, robbing their players cleanly, basketball style, maybe just getting the hand in there, dispossessing their player, and those dispossessions are vital because they send their team chewing up time at the clock. And Southern Gaels now with Anna Galvin on the ball, looking for the run and going back here to Shona and build up another attack.
Shona Fitzpatrick, first daughter of the Southern Gaels manager then. Out to Merlin Tehan. Merlin. It's fouled and she has an advantage there if she wants it. She's going to pass out to the right hand side to Mayor's lines, and Tehan gets it back. And a turn of pace here by Jess Gill. She's got great pace, and she has... No, I thought there was an advantage there. The hand is certainly up by Seamus Mulville, but he's saying he's beckoning them on to play on as Gael turned the ball over with Megan O'Connor downfield to Jaden Lucy. Jaden is under a bit of pressure. Is she fouled? Is she her free? I think it is. It's free in.
Yeah, it's a tight call there now between a foul on Jaden with an offensive charge. So very fine matters as a sub comes on here, number 18 for the Southern Gaels.
Is Cy Fitzgerald. She's coming on for Mayor's Lines, who has given a massive performance here for her side.
Yes.
And she owes Southern Gaels nothing really, Mayor's, does she? So it's a big one. But Cy Fitzgerald comes on there.
youngest daughter of Morris, of course, and sister of Sean. She's come on minor last year, I think, and she's come on at the end of the games for all of Southern Gaels, so she won't weaken the side, I don't think.
Indeed, as Sly Fitzgerald comes on. But the Gael have possession of the ball, and they trail by 5. 2-12 to 3-4. Oh, it's going to fall to Quirk. She scores a second goal over the bar. It's a point. She wanted a goal, and not for the first time today. Marie Quirk, she scored a goal earlier on, but she's got a couple of points that could have been so much more.
Yeah, she's the main outlet for the main threat. She's finishing so far. She's got just a 1-1, but she's way more dangerous than that. The ball bounced in over the defence, collected inside, got the point, but she maybe have got something more.
That's her second point, I think, Dennis, because she actually got all 3 of her scores could have been goals. She had one earlier on that flashed over the bar as well. As that ball went forward to Ellie, but it's won well and one caught well by the Gael, who win their free and come forward. And here's Megan O'Connor now. Megan past the 45, solos and hops, and she's going to have a shot. No, she's not, dropping in. Caught well by the county goalkeeper. Mary Ellen Bulger won't let anything like that affect her.
Expertly done by Mary Ellen. The conditions against her, but kept her eyes on the ball and won possession brilliantly under the post.
And Schiff Roche won a free and took it and gave it to Myrn Tehan, who does a collision there. Well, she's just on the field, not too long side Fitzgerald, and she's already involved in play. But Katie Foster now carries forward, passes to Shun Fitzgerald. Sive was making a run in field there, and she was wrapped up, Shun, and it's going to be a free to Southern Gaels, which Rachel Dwyer will take.
Yeah, it's an energy-sapping game from the very start. A lot of running, and a warm day as another sub comes on. Number 26 for the Gael. So it's Avril Doyle
replacing Cara Gannon, number 5.
Southern Gael soaking up the pressure here.
And another one, I think.
Second sub, yeah.
Megan Sheehy making way. Emer Nisulawan coming on to replace Megan Sheehy.
Yes, Rachel Dwyer here, the captain of the team, of course. The experienced inter-county player kicked a brilliant free a few minutes ago on the left-hand side, on the right-hand side with this one. Goes with her right foot. Is it tailing?
I think that tails off left and wide. The umpire on this side certainly came to the line. And that remains a 4-point game. Thanks to our technical analyst and our cameraman here, John C. O'Shea. We have the points totals on for either side. So we're going to we can put away the abacus for the rest of the afternoon, I think.
That helps. 4 points in it. Not a lot in a tight game. There might have been a goal not too long ago for the Gael side. Southern Gaels running the bench as well.
We have another substitution for Southern Gaels. Aveen Fitzgerald is on. Another one of them is coming on to replace Katie Foster, number 12.
Yeah, Katie has done very well, kicking 2 points up and down the wing all day. Really a great outlet for the Southern Gaels team. And, she's done, as I said, this game is energy sapping. It's time to run the bench and bring on a few fresh legs.
And there's plenty there, of course, for them. There's a huge depth of talent there for both sides, but particularly Southern Gaels. So what can the Gael do to chip into this lead? They haven't a whole lot of time left. Whatever they do must be soon. Aoife Barrett now carries forward.
Yeah, but with 4 points in it, with only about 4 minutes to go, not a lot of time, but nothing that a goal wouldn't sort out.
It's turned over though, and it's the Southern Gaels turnover, and they win a free. Is that enough? Anna Galvin's going to take possession of the ball. They played 10 minutes this game earlier. If you weren't watching, they played 10 minutes without Anna. She got a yellow card just late in the first half. Finished out the first half in the first few minutes of the second inside in the sin bin. But Shiafra O'Shea now passes forward and gets the ball back. Shiafra, and there's a bit of space in front of Shiafra. She could kick left or right. She's on to her right. Goal! And nothing less than she deserves. A super score by Shiafra O'Shea. And that should do it, Dennis.
Yeah, it's time to sort out this game. Schiff Rocher, a dominant player in this game, came out to the middle of the field, running from deep, picking up that pass off the shoulder. And when she gets into full flight, she knows what to do. She has the footwork, she has the composure, she finishes to the net. Maybe wraps it up here for Southern Gaels. A brilliant goal for Schiff Rocher.
So Southern Gaels certainly have the advantage, and it's all to do for Gael, and have they the time even to do it, even if they did get a bit of advantage. But they're not going to be let get it too easy from Southern Gaels. Here is the substitute, Emerly Sulawan gets the ball to Megan O'Connor. She has, in fairness to her, put in a huge shift for Gael today. Megan is fouled though. Yeah, she was fouled there. She was dispossessed, and she's feeling every bit of it, but there mightn't be a lot of petrol left in the tank though. It's been fairly energy sapping, as you mentioned, Dennis.
Yeah, it's been a warm day. It's wide open spaces in Croke Park, but in
not quite there, yeah.
Fitzgerald Stadium is our Croke Park. These girls delight to play in such a surface. They have all the skills to add to that surface. Both teams bringing lots of county players and maybe players that aren't inter-county players. Putting up a big total here. Gael maybe feeling they need to go for a goal in this one.
And the Gael have possession of the ball. And that one, Eilish O'Connor, was right and wide, and she's claiming she got a score out of that one. He's going to go and have a word with the umpire.
Yeah, it's 60 minutes in the clock there now. We have 8 points in it. Southern Gaels looking composed here. Seamus Mulvihill consulting with his umpires. To me, it looks fairly straightforward. Are they going to signal a wide again? I think it was a wide.
It remains wide, yeah.
Yep.
There's still a substitute to come on for Southern Gaels, and it's going to be Cara McCrohan who makes way, who's going to be replaced shortly by Joanna Curran. Joanna, of course, is stalwart of the team over the years.
Yeah, Joanna
normally would have been centre back.
A sister of Paddy Curran, who scored many points there in the All-Ireland final. There was drawn with Roscommon, if I can remember, Paddy from Waterville. But Joanna has played a lot of football in the centre-back position as Cara goes for the sideline after a brilliant performance.
She is, and she's hugged by all her teammates as well, and management as she makes way. And Dennis is a proud uncle here this afternoon, because Southern Gaels are going to be our senior county champions. But it's a free in at the moment in the Gael.
Yeah, and it's coming around to that time of the day when we might nominate somebody who's the player of the match. Many contenders on the Gael side. Marie Quirk was very, very lively early on. The two O'Connell sisters, Eilish and Breed, absolutely brilliant. Mary O'Connell, a tough battle in the middle of the field, and Deirdre Carney in at full back. But I suppose the main players were on the Southern Gaels team. All the forwards scored. More than Teaden doing a Trojan job in midfield, up front. Schiff Rocher, of course, and Rachel Dwyer, the two county stars, really certainly their authority. Mayor's Cronin with that left leg setting up the play, but for me it's Shona Fitzpatrick starting midfield, doing a lot of the defensive work, limiting Gael maybe early in that game. Shona, an experienced fullback out midfield this year, going back doing that defensive work, keeping it solid at the back. A brilliant display by Shona.
So, as Dennis says, Shona Fitzpatrick is our player of the match in the Secours Senior County Final for 2025. The play still goes on, and the Gael have a free in here. They do remain 7 points behind, and Jayden Lucy pops the ball over the bar, and it's a fairly despondent Jayden Lucy. She knows the writing's on the wall now at this point.
Yeah, but the Gael, first time county finalists, didn't disappoint in this game. The 6 points in it, they've got their 3 goals. They had a number of misses in the first half, but when heart and dedication and effort were required, they have it in bucketfuls. Maybe they need a little
shortage of it in this lady here, and Mary O'Connell, in fairness, who put in a Trojan effort to her midfield partner and captain, Eilish O'Connor, and the ball has moved forward. And there's an advantage of a free for the Gael. But Southern Gaels are back in numbers to defend. There's an advantage of a free here. It's going to be taken quickly. It was going to have to be taken again, though, because it was taken the wrong position, so it was put over the bar. But it won't count. It's going to come back for Jaden Lucy to, we'd imagine, pop it over the bar.
Yeah, but you know,
Then again, with 6 points in it, will she go for goal and hope for an extra few seconds to...
Yeah, on the clock, we're counted 64 minutes gone, 4 minutes of injury time played. Southern Gaels with the goal line secure, you would think. She'll chip this over, I would say. Or will she? Yep.
Well, if she goes wide, I think she might have been going for goal there. She was trying to put it on the outside of her boot and see what would happen.
Yeah, but Gael have lost nothing in this contest.
Absolutely
they
not.
look like a team that are right, fight it out with the top four in Kerry. They have enough of county stars, they have enough of ability. They're building and building and building. We met Seamus Moriarty earlier. He was the man that started the club. I'm sure he's delighted. Not winning the county final possibly, but really competing hard. And there will be another day as Seamus Mulvihill brings this game to a close. Southern Gaels have seen their heart take over the last few years. They've lost last year to Castle Island Desmonds. They lost the year before to Finnoog St. Senans. They brought a lot of young players onto the panel. They have the old stalwarts, Sean Fitzpatrick, our player of the match, and a Galvin at centre back, Shifra O'Shea and Ellie O'Connell and Rachel Dwyer. They kept the scoreboard ticking over. They got the goals. They limited. They did a fairly good defensive performance. They secured the back line, and they come away worthy winners of this Secours Senior Ladies Football Championship. We're delighted to be able to bring you this game in connection with Trophy Din, are the sponsors of this broadcast, and hopefully we will get onto the field maybe and have a word with one of the victorious Southern Gael team.
Yeah, indeed, as Dennis, I'm going to let him go down actually, and Dennis will make his way towards pitch side to have a word with someone from Southern Gaels. But in association, as Dennis said, in association with the Trophy in Castle Island, we will call a halt to take a break, for a minute, as Dennis makes his way down. But for the moment, from myself, Aidan Tifford, we will take a break, and we'll see you back with Dennis shortly for the interviews and to wrap up today's broadcast.
You need to wave it. Here, you go there, look. Going to start. I don't know what it's All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with the victorious Dan Fitzpatrick and, of course, Sean, his daughter, centre-back. Midfield, but playing centre-back. Really, Dan, after a few disappointments, few victories, few disappointments, you mentioned 3-1, 3 lost. Brilliant day in Killarney. Great to come up with a victory.
Yeah, no, I said that, like, they all talk about these are a good bunch of girls. It's fair, out of those 7 finals, I'd say there's probably 15 of that squad have played every one, the 7 of them. Yeah, and these bunch of girls deserve to win this one. We were given a lesson from the Gael in the first round of the championship this year, and we just sat down after that and we had a rethink, and yeah, we knew coming up here that we were in good form. Just once we could produce it on the day, and in fairness to them, they did produce it today.
Yeah, and brilliant day in Killarney, wide open spaces, a warm day to play, a lot of effort. But the senior players, but also the fringe players stood up and were counted. All the forwards scored, but it was really a defensive performance as much as anything that won this game.
Yeah, because we probably gave away a bit of a sloppy goal there after getting a goal ourselves. We gave away a sloppy one, which is not like us. But then after that, we knuckled down well. Euro, Nice, Cara. Bring it back from Poland, it paid off. She worked very hard, but as a unit they worked very well together, and I think that our 2 wing forwards helped them as well. And she for times came out around the middle when she had to there. Losing Anna for 10 minutes was tough on us, but no, I think we lost that 10 minutes 2-1, I think.
Yeah, and they're for me anyway, most valuable player of the match. Shona, you've played a lot of your football, and the full back position, went out to midfield, really playing well. Spent a bit of time in the county panel, really at the top of your game. And when the defensive effort was there, you had plenty of support around you, but you led the line, the full back line, and the half back line.
Yeah, we have great support around us. Obviously, I know I'm normally a full back. I ventured out a bit this year, but happy to do what was for the team. We knew we had to stick together and defend hard there. Like, they were launching balls in on top of us to Mariah Quirk, and in fairness to her, she got under a lot of them, so we knew we had to stay back and just hold up. We knew that we had forwards to do that once we stay back and do the defensive work ourselves.
That's it, and you've had the heartache, as we said. You've gone through last year, the year before, but you'd put knuckle down, brought a few younger players into the panel, and really you could see the hunger in Southern Gaels this year, and eventually came out with a victory.
Yeah, the last 2 years, I think, especially last year, there was a lot of hurt in the whole team, and we really set in forward this year, going game by game to keep that hurt. As we see, we didn't even perform last year with the county final. Castletown just absolutely took us, but this year we took game by game. We just wanted a performance each game, and I think this year, as you've seen, there was a lot of hurt in here, and we really pushed us forward today. And we had a few young, Katie Foster, Murray Tehan, they're outstanding all over the place.
Yeah, plenty of talent coming through in the Southern Gaels. So thank you very much. Thanks to Dan Fitzpatrick. Thanks to Shona. A brilliant performance. Locked up that defence and came away with the victory on this day. Go off and enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you.